Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Let's go.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. I got him.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A gain there at 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They go back to Gordon here on first down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. He's got the lane, and there he goes. play. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. That a 92-yard kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
21.
First and 10 at the 44.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A toss play, Gordon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Wilson being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He won't go down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. After one, 17-7 is our score. On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Raekwon McMillan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing is Wilson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On first down, Garoppolo. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Anderson loses the football. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your prep.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Mike 58 right there. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. That one complete to Anderson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and that will get them one closer. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's got Amendola on the connection. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Here we go. 20, 13,
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Melvin Gordon on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw again, Wilson. Caught by Jones. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken short. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Gordon on first down. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Gordon. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now he's flushed out left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Pollock's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And now he's going to use his legs. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Minnesota. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got it complete to Anderson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and good by Suckup, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Hey, echo. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Dick, Dick. Hey, alert, alert, alert.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. Now, it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I can't believe what you played. I can't believe.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal.
Here we go. 56. Here we go, G.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
It's a loss of 4.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Wilson. This complete to Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Vikings 47. Ryan Suckup set for kickoff.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go. By 20! Tighten up. Pull it together.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.